brother used to hide 100. The hatchback partner used to bust.
It's the opening round of the NFL.
The NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's the second. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's Murray from midfield. Oh, he'll run that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they went to the challenge.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride, 50 yards. And the Cardinals will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be piloted.
That getting to the playoffs is simply not that easy. This is where he's going to call upon all of his knowledge of all the games he's played in the past, draw from it, and find a way to win it.
There he goes, left side. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, 41 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And, you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it, or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday, or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Murray now running right on the option. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards. First down. A give for Dillon running right. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Murray. They'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. A quick throw out to Lockett. Oh, the gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Murray off play action. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Dillon will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they told them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off play action, Tannehill.
Now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Here's Walker. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. They run again with Walker. And he will score! Touchdown, Seattle! Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Dillon now on first and 10. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Jamal Adams coming up from a safety spot to make the play. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Here's Murray. Returning right back to Lockett. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard. Short one here, caught by McBride. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, it's Murray. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
3rd and 12. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football. He's taken down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. Right hash mark, a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Complete to Washington. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Up the middle, here's Walker. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you a look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's 3rd and 3. Tannehill. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's he's been throwing the football. We're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Six-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
When you get into the second half of the tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A solid stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, Murray. Short one here, caught by McBride. Called on a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside, and 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, here's Murray. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jadeveon Clowney from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. from the red zone. Here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Here's Murray. Oh, he'll work that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable.
He hits his target, Lockett. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing now is Murray. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And out now come the Seahawks. When you talk to these guys in training camp, these are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied, 4th quarter. Time for somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense right now. No one wants to be responsible for making the error that costs their team. But at the same time, who's going to be responsible for making the play that gives the advantage to your team? Who's going to break out? Just what you said.
And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And the defense closes quickly there. We'll get maybe a yard to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Right. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 2nd down, Dillon. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw is Murray. Buying time to his left. And he can't get a throw away. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Here it is. 4th and inches.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Not bottled up. It's out. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
After review of the
So
play,
that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing, Tannehill.
From the left side, it's complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
But Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
Here's Tannehill. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. So
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to advance to the divisional round. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So nothing of importance there, just the season on the line, and he puts it home to likely get him through to the division round.
If you're a fan, you're watching this one with your hands over your eyes. But if you're a kicker, this is what you practice for all season long. And this one was never in doubt.
Murray, one final try. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just